For me, I would have loved my dad to be able to do this as well, you know, give me a collection and a steep history. So I don't think if someone came with a black check, I don't even think I would accept anything, because it's more of the value of the memories that I could then share with my son, and then hopefully that he can, with his children down the line as well, can share. So what got me into collecting memorabilia was really from a young age that I remember when I came back from England. I was born and raised here, but I lived over there for a brief time, and it was my 8th birthday. When I came back to the Oval, I used to do the open days here, and I actually got my first piece of memorabilia at that point. I got a signed ball and a signed photo from one of the stewards, because my dad used to steward here as well. Ken went and got it for me, and from that time on I just kind of like fell in with the Glentoran and collecting, and it's all been like an uphill collecting thing for me. There's been highs and lows, but that's what kind of started the collecting bug, if it were, back then. For me, when I was growing up, I used to wear the shirts until they wouldn't come off my back, and I think from that I always was fascinated about the shirts and the players that were in them. And for me, I always wanted to get the most recent shirt and collect all of them. So I think it just stemmed from that, really, of wanting to have every shirt, and it just then got to where it is now. Now there is a couple of hundred shirts there, match worn now specifically only, that I collect. Mainly because, you know, if you collect all the normal ones as well, it would be in the 400s, what it used to actually be when I had all of them. So in the match worn collecting one, the big cockerel shirt is one that still eluded me, to be honest. It's one to chase down. Normally it's hard to get as just a normal replica, so to get it match worn is it's been a challenge for me. My third favourite would be the 2009-10 black away shirt. For me, it's one of the shirts that it doesn't hold much of like sentiment to it. It's one of those shirts that I've properly fell in love with. The sleek back design that it came out at the time, I think 𝘍𝘢𝘍𝘍𝘍 actually had it out at the same time as well, and it was one I just fell in love with. So it'll be up there. It's still one of my favourite away shirts. It was one that I got later on. It came available, and you would be silly not to get it, if I'm being honest. So when opportunities come to get match-worn shirts, even if it's for maybe another collector down the line, you know, always try and snap them up. As I say, because it's not only about my collection, it's about giving to the others as well. Yeah, Kieran Martin from the 𝘠𝘯𝘪𝘵 Cup final, when he scored the opener, so I was lucky enough to get that shirt. The second one, I'd said there about my first kind of memory when I got my signed ball, so it was the 1994 to 1996 jersey. Again, that one's match worn, that I have here, but it's the sub one, so there's many players that would have graced it, because back in the day then it was 1 to 11 out in that field, and you didn't have the numbers that you did now, like your 99s or anything on the back. So that would be my kind of second number 2 shirt, mainly because of the memory, as I said earlier on. I think I remember as well, one of my favourite memories was when Nicky got his first goal in the long sleeve shirt as well, but that was in the 95-96 season. And that's why I always wanted to chase down a long sleeve version of it, because it just, for me, long sleeve shirts look a bit special as well. Everyone that knows me when I'm collecting, I love the Adidas pinstripes. For number 1, when you Google anything about Glentoran, the most famous image that probably come up is Jordy Best in it. And I think always having that association with supporting Manchester United and Georgie Best with Belfast, that one was always one of my favourites. The shirt I have here is from the 1983 Cup final, which Glens won, and it was Alan Harrison's shirt that I've got here. Again, it's just, for me, it's just a beautiful design, and throughout the time that we had it, there must have been about 7 different versions of it, if I'm being honest, which probably makes me fantasize it a wee bit more, because there's so many different versions to collect of the pinstripes. Yeah, well, initially 𝘠𝘠𝘍𝘍𝘍 came to me as well, and they had an idea about setting a group up to show memorabilia, be it shirts or all kind of different types of it, be it, you know, old clocks that you can get or signed footballs, just to share that people might not have seen it. Especially for the younger generation now that's coming up and supporting the Glens, which is great to see. And I wanted to give them the opportunity to maybe show, see what it was that back in the day of what we remember. I don't want to say we're getting old now, but it's just to show that, and maybe to rekindle some memory for others of the good old days of when we won trophies. Yeah, so much like you were saying there about how the group came about, my kind of aim with collecting was always to bring that to life, and not only have it so that you can see it in pictures, but actually see it up front and close. So when I came up to the idea of getting a venue and maybe doing it, I was always scared, well, is it going to be a success, or are people actually going to go for it? And the feedback I've got is great, because people want to go and they want to see the collection that I have and that others are lending me as well, to showcase in the event, to make it a bit more spectacular, and also then to join with Shout Out to the Oval to then bring live podcast just with players that maybe don't always do interviews as well. Obviously the Wednesday night that we're doing it, we have two of the more recent legends, Nicky and 𝘠𝘠𝘪, who are doing it, and then on the Thursday we've got Jim Cleary and Barney doing it. So it's set to be a good night for both the young and old, and hopefully it's going to be a great success that everyone can enjoy all the memorabilia that's on show. Yeah, for me, any chance I get, I'll always try and bring something retro, whether it's a jacket or if it's a shirt, and having a dedicated match for it, for me, it's right up my street, so I can't wait. And we've been, not only for my shirt, the wee man's shirt, going through my collection, see what I have there to fit him, and he's more excited as well, which is great to see, that it's not just the old fogies like me that want to do it, it's the young ones that's excited about trying to get their daddy's old shirts that we maybe wear on game day and show their colours.